Are you curious to know which states rake in the most cash? I bet you didn't know the top contenders? Kicking off our list at number 10, it's Virginia. With a booming tech industry and a GDP of $580 billion, a GDP PPP of $1.2 trillion, and a GDP per capita of $68,000, it's no surprise. At number 9, it's Colorado. Think tech and tourism with a GDP of $380 billion, a GDP PPP of $800 billion, and a GDP per capita of $66,000. Number 8, Hawaii, where paradise meets prosperity with a GDP of $90 billion, a GDP PPP of $200 billion, and a GDP per capita of $63,000. 7th goes to Massachusetts, home of Harvard and high incomes, boasting a GDP of $600 billion, a GDP PPP of $1.3 trillion, and a GDP per capita of $87,000. Number 6, New Hampshire, small state, big wealth with a GDP of $90 billion, a GDP PPP of $180 billion, and a GDP per capita of $70,000. Cracking the top 5, California. Tech titans and Hollywood dreams contribute to a staggering GDP of $3.2 trillion, a GDP PPP of $6.5 trillion, and a GDP per capita of $81,000. 4th is Alaska, oil-rich and money-heavy, with a GDP of $55 billion, a GDP PPP of $110 billion, and a GDP per capita of $75,000. Number 3, Washington, thanks to Amazon and Microsoft, with a GDP of $700 billion, a GDP PPP of $1.5 trillion, and a GDP per capita of $92,000. 2nd, New Jersey, with its bustling finance sector and a GDP of $650 billion, a GDP PPP of $1.3 trillion, and a GDP per capita of $73,000. And the wealthiest state in America? Maryland. Proximity to DC and high-paying jobs seal the deal with a GDP of $430 billion, a GDP PPP of $900 billion, and a GDP per capita of $78,000. That's your top 10 richest states in the USA. Which one surprised you the most? Comment below.